hope everyone's doing well. Congrats to making it this far into the semester. I hope it's going well for everyone. Um, these past couple weeks have been really enlightening in terms of like learning how to study for chem and how to remember all the concepts that we're learning, especially because I noticed that this topic, yes, is very important to kind of build on the information you already know, especially because it kind of just cohesively just adds on. I am not the best at recalling information. I just never have, and math and science has never been my strong suit. So it is really important for me to learn what works for me and what doesn't. And so far, what I learned that has worked for me, especially when it came to the exam, is the practice problems that Dr. Mushimi uploaded. I tried to kind of take that as like the actual test. I sat myself down and started taking it, and I tried to see what I missed and what I was not understanding, so I can go ahead and review the lecture. I could go ahead and review the chapter, and I could go ahead also review the notes that I took, because my notes, I tend to be really particular when it comes to me writing my notes. I try to make sure that I get kind of like the full picture so I could understand, and when future me tries to look back to my notes, I could actually comprehend what I'm writing. But something that I learned from someone else as a tip, especially if you aren't someone who recalls everything, a lot of information at once, is to kind of add like little notes in specific chapters of notes. So if there's like a certain topic that we reviewed in the past in a previous chapter, that if you happen to just write your notes and you happen to not completely understand, you could add like a certain section that kind of elaborates more on some of the components of that chapter. So like, for example, if we're talking about something in 7.1 and there's a certain topic that you might not remember too much, like maybe like empirical formula, you could go ahead and kind of add like the section number onto the side of your notes, so you could go ahead and know where to refer back to, which I think is a really good idea. So you're not constantly trying to flip through your notes. You could be like, okay, I'm gonna just look for this particular section, and it helps you be a more like more efficient in studying, because studying does take a lot of time, especially for the exam. Like I said before, I did take the practice questions, and I did try to take it myself, and then try to make notes also on the exam. For the retake, I did do that the most. I took notes on the actual like exam paper to help me remember like metallic character, atomic radius, like this stuff like I had trouble remembering. As the same thing with the number of orbitals and stuff like that, I'll try to kind of make mnemonics and like little short notes that I know I could write on like scratch paper, so I could go ahead and refer back to if I can't keep remembering them. Also, that's something I did too on the exam. I tried to make like little notes that I know I could remember, like a little like not too many notes, but like just 4 notes I could write down on the scratch paper, so I don't have to keep it in my mind and worry that I'm gonna forget them mid-test from testing anxiety. That's about it. I can't really think of any more tips. If I do, I don't know if they'll be really helpful for anyone, because I study in a really strange way. I tend to flip between 3 different things. I tend to flip between the book, the lecture video, and my notes. And then on top of that, I tend to try to use the homework too. The homework as practice problems is really important, because sometimes the homework like really can throw like a really complex question, and that really tests you on if you really understand the concept, which I appreciate. But it makes me realize I do need to go ahead and review past notes in order to understand the current concepts we're working on. But yeah, hopefully this helps someone. I know studying can be really tedious, especially for exams. It could be really nerve-wracking. But yeah, hopefully this helps someone.